Let's head over to John Farley and get a check on the severe weather. John?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's going on. There's the latest in the warnings, and you can see that they're up there right now. You can see the Midlands under a severe thunderstorm warning. You see that red there up toward Newberry. That is a tornado warning, which means Doppler indicated tornado warning headed in that direction. So let me give you specifics on this, and we'll come back right after the break, and I'll give you more specifics on this coming up in just a bit.
Again, where are you in Chapels right now? Where are you reporting from?
I am reporting from just in Newberry, outside of Newberry.
Okay, but some of this damage you're talking about is in Chapels proper?
Chapels and Silver Street, and we've got reports of some trees down in Chapels, and we also have reports of debris and trees in the road in the town of Silver Street. And there is no power in the Silver Street area. It's pretty sharp lightning, pretty heavy rain. Winds are gusty at this time.
Okay, Sheriff Lee Foster, thanks for that information. And we're going to go back to John here in a second, but as John mentioned, from that Chapels area through Newberry, it's headed toward north of the Lake Murray area. Again, if you're just tuning in, for those of you obviously still with power, as some of people are losing it, there are several counties, Newberry County, Richland County, Lexington County, and Saluda, who are under a tornado warning. Remember, that's different than a watch, a warning indicating that one has been spotted formed. And so
things have moved further to the east on this. So really, under the gun would be Prosperity, Chapin, and then out beyond that, although you can see the warning stops just before it gets to Irmo. But we'll have to keep watching this as this thing moves along, because it's a really fluid situation. And in terms of exactly how fast this thing's moving, it's moving at a rate of 50 miles an hour or so. Let me take you in again and show you what's going on in terms of this radar loop. And again, there's the action right now in Prosperity. There's the red. That's where the action would be, and continuing to push on toward Chapin, and then it'll continue. We'll have to see exactly what happens with this, but if you're in Irmo, or certainly the northern part of Irmo, I'd be a little concerned about what's going on, and then also beyond that as we head out toward Blythewood. So here is where the focus of the action is right now in Prosperity. That's where the heaviest wind is. That's right in there, somewhere in there. It's exactly where it's not clear, but somewhere in there is where the Doppler indicated tornado is, and that will continue to push on. Probably another 10 minutes or so before it gets to Chapin. Again, the reminder of what you do in Irmo, and right in here is Lake Murray right there, and Lexington is on the south side of this. Let me show you the advancement here, and what I do want to show you is some good news coming out of this. If I can go to the next slide right here, I'll show you what's happening. Right in here, notice the red is filling in. That's good news for us.